Is that better? Can you all hear us now?
Hey, folks.
Oh,
We're unmuted.
You guys missed all the fun banter.
You did.
We'll go back and do it over again.
Yeah. Can we go in reverse? Back to the Future. Oh, that's not 90s. That's 80s. Sorry.
Can you all hear us now?
Can you hear me now? Should this be a phone carrier commercial? Can you hear me now?
Right? Oh no. That's not fun. We didn't get cut off this time, did we?
No.
2 weeks ago, we got cut off. Because we accidentally left the
Music.
things up. Yay! Thank you! You can hear us.
All right.
They're going to be like, mute them again.
All right.
So,
So an all 90s show.
all 90s show.
And some weird stories.
Weird news stories. And, you know.
Are we going to talk about how Facebook and Instagram were down?
Yes, it was actually probably a really good thing because that day that it went down, although I couldn't get much work done, I probably would have been really snarky and posted things on Facebook that I shouldn't have. So it was probably a good thing.
It saved you.
It saved me. God knew that I did not need social media that day.
Right.
Because sometimes I get a little snarky.
I kind of feel sorry for any of the shows yesterday, or was it yesterday? Wednesday.
Well, yeah. I mean, like we have our friend over at Lighting Etc. who has her What's Up. They couldn't do it. I know, like Death Wish Coffee, they had to cancel their podcast. There were a lot of people.
Or any of the Fishbowl.
Yeah, anybody that did Facebook Live, it was like, oh, come on, what's happening? So yes, I totally get why it would not be. Oops. So yeah, I've penned a post if you want to hear the music. Like right now, we are playing Stone Temple Pilots, so you can just hear it in your mind. But if you want to do more than hear it in your mind, be sure to go over to fbrn.us, go to the green stream, and you'll be able to hear our show.
Or if you just want to sing it yourself wherever you're at, in the car, in the shower.
If you want to sing it yourself wherever you are, please video it because we would love to see it.
With the audio.
With the audio.
Or it didn't happen.
Because that would be fun.
At least entertaining.
Very entertaining. So, STP, one of my all-time, probably top 10 concerts I ever went to.
Who was playing with them?
I don't remember.
I
don't remember.
Did you weren't there for the whole concert, or they were just not any good? It didn't impact you enough to remember.
I actually got there late, so that's why I didn't see. And it was really cool because he came out, Scott Weiland came out in a dress with a megaphone and sang most of the concert through a megaphone. It was very interesting.
I've been to a couple concerts where one of the band members, being male, come out in a dress.
He looked very good in a dress, as I recall. I mean, you know, if that's your thing, no judgment here. But it really was. I would put it in one of my top 10 concerts of all time.
Good to know.
Let's see. 90s rock. Alternative rock. So I looked for one of my concert t-shirts to wear, and I found all these awesome concert t-shirts, and then I realized, you know what? I'm not 18 anymore. I do not need to wear a belly shirt.
I probably shouldn't either.
Yes.
I don't think I ever did.
Please don't wear belly shirts.
I don't think I ever have.
I also...
And that's safe for everybody.
Right. Nobody wants to see Michelle in a belly shirt. I did wish, like, that I had my Doc Martens, though. I had so many awesome pairs of Doc Martens.
It's the 90s for you
I
there.
even bought some at the Doc Martens store in London when I went there on a trip.
Wow.
And they were amazing. Why did I get rid of them? Like, why did I think I was going to grow up and not want Doc Martens anymore?
Okay, we need to re-educate Brandy. She thought that was Nirvana.
I know. She figured it
STP.
out.
Oh,
See?
boy. I'm about to... We'll have you know we are not playing any GNR. And that was...
No Guns N'
just for
Roses.
you, Brandy.
So right now we're playing Flood by Jars of Clay.
And that was your selection for the most part.
That was, and a funny story, I didn't realize that they were a Christian band. The first time I saw them, heard them, was on alternative rock station here in the DFW area. And then somebody's like, oh yeah, it's a Christian band. I was like, whoa. Whoa.
That's funny.
I know. So, yeah. I did enjoy rock station here in the DFW. What are you doing? You're over there causing trouble.
I am. Well, you know, I had to get a phone replacement because
Yes.
the other one died.
But it's the same phone you had.
But I had, you know, it should be an easy transition, but it's not. You have to update, you have to transfer, you have to Google, and then so anyway.
Well, you know.
But
Whatever.
now it's a phone that I don't have to charge like 20 times a day. So
That helps.
That is a major bonus. Major bonus.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom. Shenanigans by Charles.
That's true. You cause all the trouble.
That's Weirdobeardo.
You do all the shenanigans in
I
here.
do. That should be my middle name because I don't have one. Charles
Shenanigans
Schechner. It almost rolls.
Yeah.
Not really.
Not really.
So I want to push a sound
Don't
effect
do it.
button.
Don't do it.
I don't
Stay
think-
away from the sound effects.
There's angelic voice.
That's me. What can I say?
Applause.
Don't clap for me.
I think Michelle is one of the. I better not do it over the music though.
Yeah, well, don't ruin the music.
Well, we can make it sound like it's a live show, right? With the applause.
No.
All right. Oh, we're gonna come back after this.
Oh, okay. Great.
You gonna share when we come back who we played for the audio?
The audio impaired. I don't know.
the-
Were we
the
the
live.
audio impaired earlier?
What? What? I didn't hear you.
I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Are
What?
you there?
What?
Oh my goodness.
A little stuffy.
You feel stuffy.
There we go.
That was Jars of Clay with Flood. You're listening to Illrad, your rock talk and pop culture show on the Fishbowl Radio Network.
Mm-hmm.
You are listening to our all 90s Friday night. We're going to be playing mostly 90s rock alternative. So
With your host, myself, Weirdobeardo, and the greatest host ever, Michelle Schechner.
that's hilarious, Charles. So hilarious. We are not professionals, folks, so
It's amateur hour.
it is absolutely amateur hour. But we have fun doing it, and we have the disposable income, so it's all good.
We do.
Just kidding.
It's that lush salary
Right?
at the church.
Woo-woo.
Ballin'.
Yeah. Okay, so we talked about it a little bit earlier while the music was going on. So if you're listening on Facebook Live, then you missed all the fun. We were talking about how Facebook and Instagram just totally went kaput on Wednesday. Like nothing. I don't know. Like, how did the world survive?
I don't know. I think if that's a great way to attack a civilization, to attack social
Their
media.
social media. I thought
Take away electricity. Well, you can't do that without. But
Well, okay. I was like, did I eat anything? Because I didn't take a picture of my food. Did I actually do anything worthwhile? Because I didn't take a picture of myself doing it.
Right. Well, and, I noticed it late morning, just slow or not posting. I couldn't like this. And, Facebook is a social outlet, but I use it for functional work. I mean,
right. We both use it for work and business, so
Yeah.
it was kind of frustrating. Did you find it funny? So I saw that people could, I would see people's posts if I got onto my, like on my mobile app. I would see their posts, but I couldn't respond. And then I would try to post something and I couldn't. And I thought, okay, is everybody else but me able to? Because that's just sad. It made me very sad.
well, and even like on Instagram, same thing, but, some of the people I follow, like, Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, he's got, a lot of high profile people are posting. So I'm like, wow,
They got to keep the money going.
I guess so.
You got to be able to see those posts. Well, and mine my feed would stop. I'd have like 3 like Instagram posts, and then it would just stop, and it just spun into nowhere.
Crazy.
It was so sad.
Nonsense.
But back in the 1990s, guess what? I wouldn't have cared because
we didn't have that.
we didn't have that.
I mean, we didn't even have the text that we do. I had, in the 90s working at CD Warehouse for communication. I mean, there was no cell phone quite yet.
I had a cell phone.
There was. There was a cell phone. But, it wasn't I had a beeper. So that,
Nice. Oh, did you guys is that how you sent messages to each other?
No, not messages, straight beeper.
You didn't ever, your friend had a pager and you would, go and push to make words out of the...
Oh, there are a couple words, that were fun to do. But what we would do,
Yes.
so, in CD Warehouse, we were all pranksters, fun atmosphere. we would have in the store the free circulation of, the Observer and Fort Worth Weekly.
Yes.
So, the manager's goofing off. There's 3 or 4 stores between Arlington, Irving, Fort Worth. We would, and this is the boy who cried wolf scenario. We would take a number out of if you're familiar with the Observer in the back, it's a very sordid, colorful,
Questionable
ads.
Like,
We would take a number that wasn't necessarily 1-800, maybe a more 214 number, and we'd
what are you saying about Dallas?
But,
I'm just kidding.
that's probably not a good idea because if we really need, but anyway.
So basically, your friend would call back and would get in touch with somebody who wanted to give them a good time.
Dating service or other. So we were
massage therapist.
So we were true shenanigans.
That is funny. So I had a cell phone in the late 90s, and it was not quite brick size, but it was close. It was a flip phone though.
Yeah. Well,
It's like one of those clamshell things.
Speaking of 90s, I probably had one before you did. I got a job at Incredible Universe in 91.
Yes.
And, months being there, you get discounts with Tandy, and I got a brick phone.
Nice.
It was
Is that Morris phone?
Well, no, it wasn't really a brick. It was thick, but it was the little carrier bag with it too. And lo and behold, probably like 2 months, I left it in my car. It got stolen, and I thought,
Who steals one of those things?
Well, back then,
Good
not
grief.
now.
Like, how far could you get? That thing weighed 50 pounds.
Maybe like 15, 20.
20.
I know. We have dogs at home that weigh
Less than that cell phone. You're like grabbing it. Trying to hold it up to your ear.
Progress.
The battery pack alone weighs 15 pounds.
Right. So anyway,
I think we had a battery pack for one of those phones wired into our trunk at one point.
explains a lot.
It does.
I can see that.
Absolutely.
Well, how about some more music?
Oh, hey. So
Or do you have something else for us?
I do. Coming
Okay.
up, you're about to play Buddy Holly by Weezer. Yes.
Unlike a couple weeks ago, we did play. Didn't we play a Buddy Holly?
We played a
song?
Buddy Holly song, and I
trouble.
forgot to turn it down in the studio, and our Facebook Live feed got
She
cut.
got Facebook shamed.
I did get Facebook shamed. But so 2019 seems to be the year of Weezer.
Yeah.
From their cover of Toto's song Africa, leading to new cover albums, to singing Buddy Holly, barbershop quartet style, on The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon, Weezer keeps popping up everywhere. But now they've taken their popularity to a whole new virtual level by jumping in on the Fortnite craze.
Oh, wow.
You can now find Weezer Island on the popular game Fortnite. There you will hear songs from their Black album, which, just beware, they are... Some of them are
Parental advisory.
parental advisory. But you'll also find mini games dedicated to the band. So
That's fun.
it seems to be their year. So here they are with one of their popular hits, Buddy Holly.
Cool.
Yeah,
Just like Buddy Holly.
I know, right? My hair is like driving me bananas.
Doesn't look like bananas.
Maybe I said bananas because I'm hungry.
Oh, yes. Food. Food.
Oh, you know. What are you doing over there?
I'm trying to do what I started to do.
Causing trouble. I don't know. Was that you?
What?
Was that you causing trouble?
It's likely.
All those emojis. So if I sing Buddy Holly, do we get in trouble?
Well, my theory is because the Buddy Holly, the artist, is so widely popular, the algorithm they pick it up quickly. Where if you played, an obscure alternative artist, probably not.
Yeah, well.
But anyway.
Let me see your list. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think I've ever heard that song.
That band?
I don't know if I've heard the band.
They're kind of an alternative. I don't want to say Tool.
Braxton!
What
Hi!
up? Hey, Braxton.
We're all 90s tonight.
What?
Okay. See, I want to hear the song, but I can't. I want to turn it up.
You want me to sing Pearl Jam Alive to you? It probably won't.
Do it.
Well,
It won't quite sound the same.
no, probably not.
I know, you can hear us whispering. That was the point. I was What do you have, dog ears, Braxton?
Right?
Just kidding. I was also just sitting right in front of the mic, so yes, you absolutely could hear me whispering. It wasn't a good... I'm not good at keeping secrets. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know.
Secrets.
I just wrote on my hand.
Did you write anything interesting?
I did not.
Make a pretty picture?
I did not.
Happy little clouds?
No happy little clouds.
Happy
Nothing
little
like that.
mistakes?
Probably plenty of mistakes, but...
It's all good.
Hey, some of my biggest mistakes were happy. Or I was happy while I was making them.
Right? So our Facebook friends, you can also hear our music over at fbrn.us in the Green Bowl.
Green Stream. I should change that because it says Green Stream. But just look for us. We have finger guns.
And they're loaded.
They are loaded.
With 90s rock, alt rock.
Yes.
Got one in the chamber.
Yes, we are playing Alive by Pearl Jam.
Good old Pearl Jam.
I would sing it for you, but I am not Eddie Vedder.
I remember, interesting story pertaining to Pearl Jam and Nirvana.
Yes.
Both of them came out in 90, 91. Anyway, I remember when I had a landscape job. Actually, it was 91. And I was in Richardson having to stay overnight
Yes.
at an apartment complex to watch concrete, make sure the kiddies didn't, run through it, write their name. So I had to stay till probably
You
like
had to
3 in
watch
the
concrete dry.
basically sitting in my car. But I remember on the Eagle, that was when first Pearl Jam and Nirvana. I'm like, this is good stuff.
The Eagle?
Yeah.
Not Q102?
Maybe it was. I don't remember.
Not the Edge?
You're fortunate that I can remember who was playing.
I'm just lucky you remember who I am. No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, Jealousy.
Yes.
There you go.
That is, you know what? Actually, that was a finalist for the playlist tonight, but
Right.
sadly, it got voted out. We only have so much time.
Got a long way to go and a short time to get there. Remember that song?
Yes. Smokey and the Bandit.
Did that song.
Wasn't it Waylon Jennings? No, it
Sounds
wasn't
about
Waylon
right.
Jennings.
Sounds about right. Hello, Floyd.
Hey, Dad. Hey, Drew Mitchell.
What up?
Not implying that my dad is Drew Mitchell.
And that's a weird news story in itself.
Considering that I think I'm older than Drew, but,
Huh.
Well, I just made Facebook Live weird.
Well, that's what our show is, a little weird. a little rock, a little weird.
It's all the same.
Right.
Something like that.
I think we need to have some time when our good friend Drew Mitchell's in town from Cali.
Yes.
We should have him on the show.
Right. Yep, that's about right, Drew.
You studly guy.
Right. Drew, if you're listening and seeing this, I really, really, really want one of your handmade CDs because I saw your Ghost of Deep Ellum and it looked really cool.
We have to post that on this week on our page. That's pretty awesome.
So we would love to have you on the show.
Awesome.
That would be fun.
We'll have your people talk to my people and we'll make it happen.
Yes.
All right.
Is this what we're? Oh no, there's another one. Okay.
All right. So
this is what happens. He's in charge of the playlist, except for this week I had to add some
of your boy band stuff.
No boy bands. But we have also already determined that there will be another 90s show. We're having an 80s show in 2 weeks. Yep. There'll probably have to be another 80s show.
Well, and we've got 2 hours. The most we could play 18 to 20 songs in that span with talking, it. So we're gonna have. I mean, you have subgenre. And then we can have like multiple.
We're gonna have a guilty pleasure show.
That could be fun.
That's just gonna be really full of stuff that everybody's embarrassed they have there in their collection.
We'll have to have a metal show.
Yes, metal show.
Our resident expert in metal.
Yes. Braxton, what did I do, man? I'm not here to crush your dreams, I promise.
What'd you do?
I don't know. Maybe you did it.
Maybe. He didn't say.
Maybe he doesn't like Stavesacre. I don't know.
Do you No, we don't need any Boy George.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah, so Gin Blossoms, we really were going to put that on, but there was only so much time because
Yeah.
I have stories about a woman who got arrested because she had cats in a suitcase.
And
So it was either Gin Blossoms or the lady who got arrested because she had cats in her suitcase.
I will say we will play Gin Blossoms before Nickelback. That was on the
Maybe
that was on the Dunzo list right there.
maybe Nickelback is on the guilty pleasure list.
Well, yours. Certainly not mine.
They're not that terrible. I mean, they're not my favorite, but they're not that terrible. I know, I said it. I'm not a real music person there.
I didn't say that now.
I know what you're thinking, Charles. Vertical Horizon. You're everything I want. You're everything I need. I'm sorry. Did I get lost in that?
Vertical Horizon. That goes back. That goes back. Oh my goodness. And right now on our live stream at fbrn.us in the Green Bowl, we have Stavesacre, Minuteman playing. And
You are right. They have one good song, and they actually didn't have anything to do with it. Well, you know. He got to marry, what's that little girl's name? Avril Lavigne.
right.
I think he's like 20 years older than she is.
Really? we need to Google that.
I'm going to have
I
to
don't know.
Google that.
That doesn't seem
Let's Google that.
quite right. I don't know. You got 33 seconds
Oh, I don't have
How
that.
quick?
I don't have time to Google.
because we're about to go back on air.
Yeah, well. So we'll just sit here randomly. Whoops.
I caught it.
Just in time.
All right.
What
Here
is
we
this
go.
song called?
Minuteman. Kind of like
Welcome back. You're listening to Illrad, your rock, talk, and pop culture show. We just played Stavesacre, Minuteman. Why are you laughing, Charles?
I'm making myself laugh. I entertain myself regularly.
He keeps cracking himself up
I don't
over
need
here.
other people to laugh. As long as I'm laughing.
It's okay. We're all laughing at you, Charles.
Sure.
That's
That's
real
my-
love.
That is my mission in life.
That's honest, real love
You're
right
welcome.
there.
Right.
All right. Well, last week was the 25th anniversary of the release of Soundgarden's Super Unknown.
Oh, yeah.
Does that make you feel old? It kind of makes me feel a little old
Not too bad.
when I realized that I was like the same age as our child that we have now
Who's a major metal fan at this time?
at this moment. Super Unknown debuted on the Billboard Top 200 at number 1 and is considered by many to be one of the defining albums of the 90s and of the grunge era.
I prefer Bad Motorfinger. Soundgarden. But
So I didn't realize this back then because I probably wasn't paying attention, but songs from the album won Best Hard Rock Performance and Best Metal Performance at the 1995 Grammys.
you know, Chris Cornell's voice was just incredible.
He did have an amazing voice. And the dark lyrics and the experimental sound of it kind of shaped that whole sound for that part of the 90s.
Sure.
So, although the band broke up in 97, they got back together in the 2000s and released another album in 2012. And sadly, the lead singer, Chris Cornell, committed suicide in 2017. But, you know, his wife has really been out talking about mental health issues
Sure.
and, you know, the medications and things that he was on and what, you know, just she's really getting out there and talking about suicide prevention and mental health. So, I mean, I guess if anything good can come out of it,
Yeah.
that, you know,
It's kind of
hopefully.
personal for her.
Yes,
So,
absolutely. So, it but it does make me feel old. 25 years? Why? And are we going to play some Soundgarden tonight? I mean, you are listening. We're doing an all 90s playlist tonight.
Alternative rock.
Alternative rock. And so
Again, I'll repeat. It was hard to pick.
It really was very difficult to pick our list because just narrowing it down, not even like we at first when we came up with the concept, it was like, okay, 90s, and then we finally had to like narrow, and that's why we went to alternative.
It's a balance of what was popular alternative rock and personal preferences between both of us too. So
yes,
yeah,
there were a few fights in our house over this playlist. I was like, you are not taking that song off.
We are not playing Nickelback.
Stop it. Stop it, Charles. Be nice. Be nice to Nickelback.
Sure.
Send out positive vibes into the universe. Maybe they'll make good music. What do you think? Maybe. So.
We didn't even put Creed on the list.
Oh, we'll see. You know, they're kind of like mid-tier for me.
So you put Nickelback above them?
No, I wouldn't put them. I would, if I have 3 tiers, I would put Creed somewhere in the mid-tier, and I would put Nickelback somewhere in the lower tier.
Well, I will say Nickelback brings a lot of tears for me. So.
Oh, brother.
More than 3.
Oh, my goodness. Okay, so I think on that note, we need to play some more music.
Let's do it. All right, here we have a little-known grunge band called Nirvana.
Fun.
Thanks, Drew. Appreciate it.
Thanks for stopping in, Drew.
We'll chat, buddy.
Yes, Brandy.
Yes, he is.
C5 is a metalhead.
Brandy, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, every time we're in the car with Sirius,
our new car has, we play metal.
It's metal.
Or new wave, because
don't get me
he
wrong.
likes new wave.
I like metal, but I don't like the scream. I don't like the scream as much. I'm just getting older.
That's it. So it's fun though.
It is.
It's kind of fun watching our kid develop his musical tastes.
Yeah, we let him do that on some.
For the most
I
part.
will pretty regularly. Hey, check this out. Check that out. Develop your taste in what you like. But he goes from metal. That could be Metallica. That could but then he does a lot of 80s synth music.
Yes.
So.
And some southern rock.
Yeah.
Which is kind of funny.
Yeah.
Hey, whatever he likes.
Yep.
Now's the time to figure it out, I guess. Oh my goodness. I'm so hungry. I'm sorry if my stomach growls and everybody is like, what is she doing?
Peppermint.
We can't have that in here. Shh,
Oh.
take it away. Don't tell them.
Victor, the tech in the other room, probably heard that.
He probably did.
Gonna come confiscate my peppermint.
Well, I came in here one day after a show, and it wasn't me, but I found gum in my chair, so.
Uh-oh. Yeah,
yes, he does like old school Metallica and Megadeth. Right? He likes Megadeth.
Yep. He does.
But then he likes like classic rock too. But I guess Metallica and Megadeth, they play them on the classic rock station now.
That's just weird.
It's because we're old now.
I don't consider. I was telling Charlie this. I don't consider Metallica rock. It's hard rock. It's their old stuff's metal, but the Black Album came out, and that was.
That's fun.
Different.
Oh my goodness.
So I'm trying, if at all possible, this to be the first hour.
Okay.
So, I mean, it's not. I was trying to start this as the top of the hour.
So if you're just catching our Facebook Live and you're wondering what's going on, this is just our in-studio banter.
Illrad banter.
But you can go over to fbrn.us and click on the green stream, and you will be able to hear the music that's playing. Thanks to Facebook Live, we can't play anything that is copyright material, so here we are. And to spare your ears so that we don't sing it for you, you can go over there and you can hear the music and hear the show.
We are raising him right. That is...
Some days.
Some days we wonder.
Yeah.
We're like...
We wouldn't be good parents if we didn't wonder if we were raising our child right.
A brooding, hormonal teenage boy. It's
Always
fun. It's fun.
Always. Always fun.
It's a veritable roller coaster.
Yes.
So,
yes.
Maybe we should ask on Facebook some suggestions for in 2 weeks our 80s show.
Ooh.
And we'll do it on our wall too in the coming week or so. But
okay, so what type of music are you going for the 80s show?
I haven't. I'm gonna have to separate a little bit. 80s is so broad. Yes,
Brandy, we finally got to Nirvana.
But I don't know yet. I mean, I want to have a separate show that's like hair metal. That's 80s, but it won't be that. Maybe a broader sense of 80s.
Okay.
We'll see. Right now, we're playing Smashing Pumpkins.
Yes. I would love to be listening to Smashing Pumpkins right now. But are you going to sing it for me, Charles?
Serenade you.
Do it. It's always fun. You're going to have to like start bringing your guitar up here, or kazoo or something, so you can play along. Everybody can guess what song we're playing. Would that be weird?
That might be interesting.
Look at me. I just keep making Facebook Live weird tonight.
That's what we are.
We are weird. That is true. And let's see. Did I already ruin the cat lady story?
Kinda.
Kinda.
You just didn't go into major detail.
I didn't. There wasn't a lot of detail. It was kind of sad, though. I have some stories today that are really kind of sad but funny.
Right? Candle box.
Well, you're in luck because I think
we may have a candle box for you.
We may have some candle box on the show a little later.
And to be a grammar Nazi, candle box is one word. Not that I'm judging.
Is it?
But it's one word, candle box. Not that matters.
Well, aren't you special?
And Guns N' Roses is one long word.
Stop with the Guns N' Roses. We have 3 people listening to our show. Do you want to chase her off?
No. I won't play Guns N' Roses, probably.
You have to play Guns N' Roses if you do an 80s hair metal show.
Yeah, really, though? I don't...
Yeah, you do.
There's so much that more fits into 80s hair metal than GNR, for sure.
Yeah, but they were definitely one of the most popular ones.
But spell check is stupid. Well, you know.
Yeah.
You're funny, Brandy.
But, okay, Brandy, you need to come to town and be one of our guests.
Yeah, if you make it in our neck of the woods.
We can just have her call in.
We could do that.
You can be our when we have the metal show or the hair metal show. You can
Sure.
You can be our resident expert.
Well, we asked a particular Jeff to be on the show too.
We did. We
That's
know some
cryptic.
really interesting people. I
We
think we're
do.
just going to keep inviting our friends on the show.
Call it the Friends and Family Show.
The Friends and Family Show.
The Framily.
Texas is missing you too, Brandy.
Absolutely. All right.
No, we will. Okay. I can say that we will not play Guns N' Roses if you're ever on our show. However,
I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it when you're on the show. But I
yeah,
don't even know.
he says he wouldn't, but I don't know if I trust him.
Man, I need a
I don't
sound.
know.
I need a sound effect. You.
You need a wah wah wah.
Not an applause. That's for sure. Booing. Oh, I found a booing button.
Great. Wow, we're gonna be back at a break by the time that finishes.
Hey, I'm kind of stoked right now on our live stream, Radiohead. One of my, I would say, it would be my number one, at least alternative rock band of the 90s. Radiohead. He's odd. Like me.
Yeah. His voice. I like the
distinct.
music.
Well, even like, so the song before this playing, Smashing, Billy Corgan's voice. I like Smashing Pumpkins, but if I think about his voice, it's just kind of whining. But I normally I don't think about it. I mean, I enjoy Smash, but
Okay, I can give you that.
Radiohead is just
He just
it's
sings up in a range that I am
which
Radiohead.
well, and his
That I'm just kind of like,
I think
okay.
his voice really pairs sonically with the sound of the band. It's just it's good stuff.
Yeah. I get it. It's cool.
I would not do that, Brandy.
Yeah.
I may tease you, but I would not do that.
That's what he says. I don't know if I believe it.
And thank you for the vote of confidence.
I still love you, though.
So were you insinuating this is too long of a song?
No,
currently
I
playing?
am not insinuating that at all. I just worked on all these stories all after. No, I'm just kidding.
You know, we could have, so we're really kind of theming shows. And I think that's kind of fun, 80s, 90s, Don't Mess with Texas. We're working on some things outside. Irish. But we're also working on some shows that are some themes that are in pop culture, other areas that it's not just music. But I thought maybe we could have a show. So in radio, there's this thing they call bathroom songs, right? So what that means is their songs typically long enough for the DJ to just push autoplay and do their business and come back in plenty of time. Long songs. We should have bathroom songs, bathroom humor. What do you think? Would that fly?
No.
Okay.
Although bathroom humor is some of my favorite humor.
Right. We could keep it tasteful still.
I don't want 2 hours of fart sound effects.
Well, but no, bathroom songs. There's gonna be some long songs.
Okay, so basically it's 2 hours where you play like 4 or 5 songs and a bunch of fart sound effects.
No, we do that.
Are you sure?
Not positive, but
And flushing toilet sounds.
well, let's see what we got. I was told we can upload our own sound effects. Might have to.
Oh, great. Watch out, world. Here comes Charles with the sound effect button.
I know. What can I say? What can I say? So who is your all-time number one favorite alternative rock band in the 90s? Number one. Not ish, but for sure.
Oh, man, that's tough. A song out of fart sounds. I'm gonna
That's interesting.
play some songs with my armpit.
I could never do that. Even as a kid, not like I try to do that now, but as a kid, I could never do that. That was hard to. I think you have to have the right shaped armpit and
Yeah, I
hand.
didn't have that either.
And there's got to be a little sweat down there. You know, get a little moisture to make the sound.
Oh, that's cute. That's cute.
Oh boy.
I was really good at fart sounds, though.
Not common.
Too good at fart sounds.
Our 13-year-old son is. For real.
Okay, so to go back to your question, my favorite, I may have to think about this through the break.
Is it Aerosmith? They go to the 70s, though. That's not really someone that's specifically 90s.
Aerosmith was one of my favorite concerts that I went to.
Okay.
Fuel opened for them.
Okay.
And that was a lot of fun. They put on a really good show.
Huh.
Both bands put on a really good show.
Cool. What was the venue?
At the time, it was Smirnoff.
Starplex, whatever.
Coca-Cola Starplex.
That was the original
Smirnoff.
Starplex.
What is it now? It's like
I don't know.
Swipe it? No, what is it?
Swipe it?
No, they had the yellow pages. It was like the yellow. I enjoyed it when it was Smirnoff.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna leave that there.
Oh. Starplex. That was a good era.
I just kicked something. Is the
Wasn't
computer
me.
still working?
Oh boy.
Can you all still hear me? I'm not sure what I kicked. Oops.
Okay.
Oops.
Well,
Aerosmith was a really great concert. They really have some good music.
well, we're gonna come back on air. Next time we're playing some music, I got another 90s question for you.
Okay. Well, I haven't given you my answer.
Okay.
So are you gonna?
You got 12 seconds. You keep diverting.
Man,
8 seconds.
Gosh. Golly gee.
You missed.
And it's gonna be break time.
Right.
They're all down there. Welcome back. You're listening to Illrad on the Fishbowl Radio Network. We were just playing Radiohead, Paranoid Android. When we come back from the break, we're going to be talking about more 90s music.
You know, I really wish they would drop in sooner.
We timed that well.
It's really kind of annoying.
We're really... Well, it would be nice if they would drop in like a minute before. But
Right. It's
oh, you
literally
better
around
take it
the-
off, Manuel. But it gives me more time to think about it.
So yeah, you're at number one, or yeah, I'll let you answer. Come on now.
Okay.
I need the Jeopardy theme song here.
Okay, so I would say probably.
And if you don't answer timely, you buy me dinner after the show.
I'm gonna buy you dinner after the show, anyways.
No, I was gonna buy you dinner. I've got the money.
I have some money too, so.
Okay. So anyway.
Okay, I would probably say, Pearl Jam.
Ah, you seen them live?
I have.
Cool.
I have.
I have not.
I went to a Edgefest that they played at.
Ah, really?
Oh,
They played Edgefest.
yeah, it was early on though. What's your number one?
For alternative, that's hard. I can pick two.
You can pick two, or you can pick also.
Whoops. We coming back?
No, there's another one.
I know, but it's gonna be.
Well, you can play that one too.
Okay. All right, sorry, I'm juggling here. I'm gonna have to say Radiohead, but Pearl Jam's up there too, and we're talking specifically alternative rock.
Okay, so like, I would have said Garbage.
See, if I can do subcategory female vocal rock band, I would say.
I probably would have said garbage.
But Alice in Chains is up there too.
Yes.
I mean, I love Pearl Jam. I mean, I wore out 10 and Versus when they came out, but Alice in Chains, they such a distinct, great sound.
I definitely appreciate it more. Right now we are playing Jesus Freak by DC Talk. Woohoo!
Now that's one of your choices.
That was one of my choices. I didn't listen to a lot of Christian music as a teenager in the 90s, but I loved that album and wore it out.
Oh yeah, Brandy. Yes, on Alice in Chains for sure.
What? No, yes to Jesus Freak? Come on.
So I remember when DC Talk came out, working CD Warehouse
Yes.
once again, and of course my background. I grew up as a kid, young, with Christian rock. Petra. That was Petra Striper. You know, I was raised with that. But then when this came out, of course, DC Talk's albums prior to this was basically, hip hop, rap.
Yes.
Very cheesy, as anything, especially in the Christian industry. Christian rap was cornball. I mean, it just is what it is. But when this came out through the store, it was just amazing. Yeah. It's great album.
I don't think there's a bad song on that album.
No, and it's pretty diverse, but
Yes.
very pop.
They are all
and it's
very
rock, pop
talented musicians, though.
Yeah.
And they've gone on to have
separately, too.
amazing careers.
Yeah. But it's that the album is a mix of rock, pop, little rap, very little bit.
So here's your going back to Petra. When I was in high school youth group, we went on choir tour and we did a whole musical of Petra songs.
Oh my. The coloring song?
The color song? Yes, I still love that song. But I actually, so funny, I didn't realize I really didn't realize who Petra was back then.
You just thought that they're a band.
I don't think I actually listened to any of the actual music.
Oh.
Now I have, but...
Well, funny story here, and this is very intentional. This is the behind the scenes.
Yes.
We'll say things here we won't on air. Not like it's
Nice.
private.
Just because you all want to know.
But this is a little more on the pop side. We picked a Beck song. He's definitely cutting edge, alternative, kind of a mix. So, but back to back, we got Jesus Freak, DC Talk playing now, and behind it is Beck, Devil's Haircut. I thought that was just a balance right there.
Only you, Charles. Only you.
Oh boy. Correct.
Well, you know.
I do. I knew what I was doing there.
You did. And that probably cracked you up forever about it.
It was more entertaining than anything.
I know. You amused yourself by it.
I think we got a guest now.
Hey, Victor.
Our favorite engineer. Don't tell the other guys that. Although they're probably hearing us in the other room, we're in trouble.
Right.
All right. So.
Fun. Did you put any Blink 182 on?
I did not.
You
It was
didn't?
hard. There was so many I still
so
wanted
I'm going
to.
to dump that story.
Okay.
Because nobody cares about Blink 182. No, I'm
I
just
don't
kidding.
know about that. I don't.
Okay, maybe I don't care about Blink 182. There.
Shame.
I said it.
You can't say that on air.
You can say that on the radio.
You said that on Facebook Live.
Yeah, I said
You're
it
in
on
trouble.
Facebook. That's it.
They'll shut you down for that.
Probably. They probably will.
Our Blink-182 not even do anything anymore, are they?
They are.
Are they?
Yeah.
I haven't
But
kept
the
up with
the
them.
guy in the story is not in the band anymore.
Right.
But he has a thing about paranormal stuff.
Huh.
So, I mean, that's cool. Whatever's your thing, I guess.
I can hear Beck Oatley.
You cannot. Don't tell Facebook that you can hear it.
They
Because
can't.
if you hear it,
I can hear it. They can't.
yeah. Why aren't you singing it then? No, I'm just kidding. We've already been there.
Yeah.
Yep.
We might get all but one or two songs.
Well, we could just play the music straight through.
You're tired of talking? We could just interact with Facebook. I think it's a little
We can
quiet now.
we can interact with, we can just sit here.
Think about what we want to eat.
People can
hungry.
just stare at us.
Are you hungry too, Victor? I know, right? I'm like,
Why didn't we bring food?
I know.
Why didn't we eat before we came?
There's something on the way home.
Maybe they'll give us free Wingstop if we talk about them.
Oh, sponsors. Oh, Brandy's having homemade tostadas. Oh,
Bring those
bring
right
them up to the
down.
studio, right? Wouldn't take you but half hour to get here.
Come down to the studio with your tostadas. We'll give you free salsa.
I didn't bring any.
Oh,
Bummer.
well,
Weirdobeardo salsa.
the salsa for weird people. I don't know. I just came up with that.
Well, you eat it, so.
I
we go.
do.
All right.
You're listening to Illrad on the Fishbowl Radio Network. We are your rock, talk, and pop culture show. And that was Beck Devil's Haircut. I need a haircut that reminded me. Maybe the devil won't cut my hair. Or is he giving the devil a haircut? What's happening?
I don't know. Maybe he's a barber.
The devil's a barber in Georgia.
Instead of barber of Seville, it's the barber of Deville.
Oh.
That was a stretch, but it was enough. It worked. It worked. We'll run with it.
We'll run with it.
Yeah.
Okay, so I worked on some weird stories tonight.
All right, what you got?
I've got some good ones. But before we get to that, let's talk about the Kaboo Festival.
Kaboo?
Kaboo.
Kaboo. Oh, yeah.
I keep wanting to call it Kaboom.
Right. It's like
But
it's
it's
missing a
not.
letter. Right.
I feel like,
Is it explosive?
it could be. So the Kaboo Festival art director and renowned muralist. That word confuses me.
Muralist.
Muralist. Let's just call her an artist. Amanda Lynn. She completed work on a custom mural on the Arlington Art Museum here in our lovely town.
Wow.
So taking elements specific to the region, including natural elements like the monarch butterfly and the armadillo, and of course a cowgirl. The mural took 4 days to install and will be on display through the Kaboo Texas Festival at AT&T Stadium, also here in our lovely town, in May. The festival will showcase musicians, comics, and artists over 3 days and will include such popular acts from the 90s as Alanis Morissette, Bush, Kid Rock, and Collective Soul. Those are just a few. It's a 3-day festival. There's a lot of people. So
We didn't pick any of those for songs on any of those artists.
we talked about it. They
We
just
did.
all got cut.
Yeah. They didn't make the cut.
They didn't.
No.
So Kaboo, Texas is May 10th through the 12th, and tickets are on sale now. Do you think if we got our Fishbowl media pass, do you think they would let us go?
I think it's worth a try.
I think we should do it.
Yeah. Go around doing some page Facebook Live.
Yeah. So this festival it's his first time in Texas. First big music festival at AT&T Stadium.
Right.
So you know it's going to be terrible, but we're hoping it's awesome. But you know it's going to be terrible.
Why would it be terrible?
But it's made for older people.
Well,
so
now,
most of the
wait,
people,
before you say older people,
like 30 and above. That's what they're going after.
This is basically your demographic for sure.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I mean, like Lionel Richie's going to be there.
No, wait, that's out of the market right there for the.
Well, I mean, it's a broad spectrum of artists.
Well, I was going to say Alanis Bush, Kid Rock, Collector Soul.
Well, I was sticking with 90s alternative.
Okay, so there's other eras too.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
So there's
it's the
there's
Rainbow
other
Coalition of festivals.
It is.
Hopefully
it'll go better than Firefest.
You beat me to the punch.
Ha 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 ha. I couldn't help myself. So yeah, tickets are on sale now, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I think we should go. We can do man on the street interviews. What do you think? Or I'm sorry.
I'm up for it.
People on the street.
Persons.
Interviews. Keep it
humanoid.
Totally
humanoid.
Humanoid.
Even that's a stretch.
Well, I guess if you who knows?
How about let's be
organism. You can be an organism.
Homo sapien on the street.
I don't know about that.
That would fit all criteria of person.
Of people? I don't know. Whatever.
Unless you get an alien, then that's right out the window.
That does go right out the window. Which actually could come up to our next story here. Blink 182. Yeah, see, I wasn't going to talk about this, but I just can't help myself.
She's doing it. Too late.
Okay, so Tom DeLonge, right? DeLonge, whatever. I don't know. We're not professionals here. Former guitarist for Blink 182 is executive producing a project for the History Channel about aliens.
Huh.
The 6-part series called Unidentified Inside America's UFO Investigation will premiere in May and follow the work of Luis Elizondo.
Huh.
He's the former agent in charge of the Pentagon's Advanced Aerospace Threat Identification Program.
Huh.
So, DeLonge, that's what we're going to call him right now.
Blink 182. Tom DeLonge or DeLonge?
Well, yeah,
Guitarist.
Victor DeLonge,
Yeah,
DeLonge, whatever his name is. You guys get the point. So he seems to have a love of the paranormal. In December, he announced that he would be developing a series for TBS based on his graphic novel Strange Times. It follows 4 skateboarders who solve paranormal mysteries.
Well, of course, they're going to see it. They're out on the street.
Yep, he's also the co-founder of a UFO research organization called To the Stars Academy of Arts and Science.
Huh. Maybe we should have
him on the show.
Yeah.
Let's
at least call in. We could have an alien show.
We could talk about probing. Or skateboarding. Or paranormal.
Yeah.
I don't know. We could talk about something. I'm sure we could find something.
Huh.
That could be fun. So,
That's
if you're in Arlington, go see the mural at the Arlington Art Museum, which is a fun little museum, by the way. It's really cool. They always have great exhibits.
It's great. Huh.
And the mural looks really awesome. They did a time-lapse video showing how they did it. So it was really kind of fun.
Cool.
But, you know.
That's fun.
Yeah. Or go to the Kaboo Festival. We have a lot of things going on here in Arlington.
Sure do.
Yeah, all sorts of fun
Finally,
things.
Arlington is a cultured area.
Right.
I mean...
I used to laugh. They talked about the entertainment district, and it was just a bunch of strip clubs.
Yeah. I mean, I've lived in Arlington since 85, 86.
Oh, Really?
So it's different.
Did they
now.
have dinosaurs back then?
They
Is that how
did.
you got to
They
school? Did you
did.
have to walk both ways in the snow?
I had the Flintstones car. I had to use my feet to kick the.
Our last car was almost the Flintstones car.
Pretty close. Pretty
We had
close.
to like drag our feet and pray we were gonna stop.
No kidding.
On that note, I think we need some more music. Here's
All right.
Soundgarden. I couldn't help myself. I had to do the Blink 182 story. It's just so weird.
Why not?
Just so weird. It is a cultural district. Well, it has a cultural district. Or it's sports.
But Brandy, it's got Jerry's World. It's gotta be cultured.
Isn't he like your boss, Brandy?
Oh, that's right.
Is
That was the
he?
previous.
Oh, is that the
Job.
is that your previous? I'm sorry.
That was the previous.
Oh, yeah.
I think.
Really? I don't know. I need a nap.
Food first, nap second.
Food and then nap.
Yeah.
And I still owe you a cup of coffee, Victor. I said I was going to bring it, and I forgot.
Really?
I'm sorry. Yeah, that was like 4 weeks ago. 3 weeks
Even
ago.
Victor forgot. So
I told him I would bring him coffee. I
you a
forgot.
coffee drinker?
I'm a huge coffee drinker.
Oh,
I drink it black.
that's the way to do it. Good, good man.
I don't. I try, and then it just gets painful and uncomfortable for everyone in the room.
So you like your coffee like your girls? Yeah. We'll leave it at that.
Oh, we don't have any Sharky points, Charles. No, we have a couple, because we went to that class. We need some Sharky points.
Yeah, we need to figure that out.
Ooh. Ooh, fun. What are we going to do for St. Patrick's Day?
That's Sunday, isn't it?
Yep.
Sleep?
I guess it would be inappropriate if I, like, went all sauced up to church, so that's probably not a good idea.
Well, you know, sauce up the night before.
No. No.
So you gonna wear green or orange?
I'm going to wear orange because I'm not Catholic. I'm only slightly Irish, too, so I guess I really don't have to celebrate at all, but...
Right.
But... we're going to have to hit some weird stories.
I'm sure you have more, right?
I have plenty of weird stories. I can always come up with something weird to talk about.
Are we, Brandy asked, were we going to the parade?
Probably not.
Although, I'm assuming she's referring to the one in Dallas.
Yes.
So there's this thing that our friend from last week, Johnny, and Plunk Murray said that there's this weird thing that they throw tortillas. And no one knows why. I mean, they're not green tortillas. Why tortillas?
Let's Google that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, Randy says explain the green.
Oh.
Yeah.
In Ireland, or, well, I guess it's, I don't know. Maybe that's American. I don't know. If you're Catholic, you wear green on St. Patrick's Day. And if you're Protestant, you wear orange. So, I don't know why. Hey, Miranda. Thanks for coming on. Yep, we are playing an all 90s show. So if you want to hear the 90s music, be sure to go over to fbrn.us and click on the green stream. Look for the crazy finger guns, and you'll be able to hear the music. Right now we're playing Soundgarden. So
I don't know if it's a Texas thing, Brandy. It was that way in
It is
Can't, huh?
Throwing tortillas. That's what she's
Oh,
talking about.
okay.
She's not talking about the clothes.
Okay.
She's talking about the tortillas.
Well, what is that? A tortilla. I mean, there's nothing Irish about a tortilla, right?
I don't know. Maybe they have tortillas in Ireland.
Tortillas, that's Mexican food. Ooh, do we want Mexican? No, we did that yesterday. We're hungry. We need to quit talking about food.
Did we have Mexican food yesterday? Oh, we did.
Yeah.
We tried to have Mexican food at 2 different places.
We ended up going to Fuzzy's.
Is that really Mexican food, though?
Well, you know what I mean. What do you want to...
Well, in the first place we were
Tex-Mex.
going was fast food Mexican.
Yeah.
I mean, and we walk in. The restaurant is open. The doors are open, and we walk in.
Lights out.
And they're like, "Oh, we're still closed."
Like, clearly.
It's like
Can't
1 in
see
the
'em
afternoon.
here. I
Seriously?
don't think they had electricity.
I think they had problems after the
They
storm.
didn't pay their bill.
Probably not. Probably not.
Right now, Brandy, we're playing some Alice in Chains, Down in a Hole. You'll appreciate that.
That was my choice, by the way.
Yep. It was.
I don't know why. I like that one. So Miranda is probably the only person on here that remembers me in the 90s. What a goober I was.
Oh, maybe we should have Miranda call in
No.
and share some stories.
No, that's okay.
Miranda, what do you think? I'll give you the number. It's on the screen right
We
there.
can talk about that time we all went to go try out for the real world.
That's right. So Miranda, 214-431-5032.
So they throw tortillas and marshmallows, but they don't say why.
Why?
So tortillas and marshmallows.
That's weird.
That is weird.
It's on Dallas News, but they didn't say why.
Why they did?
Wow. That's bizarre. I don't...
Well, you know.
Green beer.
Ugh.
That's just not right.
Would it be weird if... Yeah. I'm trying to... Okay, so down in the West End, is the West End still a thing?
Oh, well, not like... Well, and that's a 90s thing, where they had the West End
The mall?
Mall.
Yeah.
And that was an awesome mall.
It was a lot of fun.
It was, the center was a whole... It circled all the way around, like 4 or 5 floors.
I think so.
But they had some fun shops.
And Planet Hollywood was down in
That
the...
was latter part.
So that's where we tried out for the real world.
That was probably late 90s, wasn't it?
Yeah, probably 99.
Yeah. I remember going in high school. It was...
I think it was for the Seattle cast. I don't know. Maybe the Seattle show was already on.
Yeah.
They weren't going to pick me.
You just knew this.
I knew they weren't going to pick me.
Real World, that's a 90s thing. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
And you remember when MTV, M used to stand for music? They used to play music.
Okay, so we didn't... I mean, I didn't start watching MTV until they stopped playing music. They had Total Request Live, though. TRL. With Carson Daly. Woo. Now he's on the Today Show. Like, really? It's funny to see all those MTV VJs and they're like serious journalists now. Kurt Loder.
It should have been Matt Pinfield doing Today's Show.
Yes, I always thought I had a crush on Matt Pinfield. I thought he was kind of cute. I guess I had a thing for big bald guys. I don't know.
I guess so, apparently. Except he didn't have a beard.
He didn't have a beard, no.
But he is one of the cool VJs.
Yes.
Maybe cooler than, I don't know, Kurt Loder was kind of cool, but
Yeah.
Matt Pinfield.
Yep. Good old Matt Pinfield. But then even further back, like Kennedy, do you remember her?
Yeah, yep.
What was
I can't
the
remember.
other girl? I'm trying to think.
I'll be Googling
Downtown
that
Julie
later.
Brown.
Oh, yeah.
She was fun. And then one of the guys, like speaking of MTV shows, when they weren't doing music, we have one more song, right?
Yep.
I remember they did a show about people getting tested for, like, it was like different things. Probably before, yeah. Was that supposed to be?
They're both playing at the same time. That's
No,
weird.
they fade into each
Oh,
other.
do they?
It's fine. So anyway, somebody I saw in high school showed up on one of those shows where he was like having to get tested for some sort of disease. I was like,
my.
I went to high school with him. Oh my goodness. Why?
Alrighty.
I'm like, you wanted cameras to go around with you while you did that? Why? See, that is why I was not going to be on The Real World, because I couldn't understand why somebody would want cameras following them around all the time. And
I
now,
wouldn't want that.
and now here I sit weekly on Facebook Live while people watch me squirm in my seat and pick at my pen.
At least you're not picking your nose.
I did blow my nose earlier.
Oh, that's not quite picking, but
I did use a tissue and I used hand sanitizer when I was done, but still. Again, another opportunity for me to make Facebook Live awkward tonight. Apparently, I'm just really good at that.
not too shabby.
Yeah, well, you know. It's my lot in life. Okay.
Pulling up next stories.
Yep.
So were you just devastated with Facebook down yesterday? Or
No,
day before
Wednesday.
yesterday?
Easier for us.
Yeah. Gives you some downtime. That makes sense.
I can relax.
You didn't get Mark Zuckerberg on the line. What are you doing, man?
Ruined it. You ruined it all.
Way to go.
It's not human.
Bring back MySpace. There's 90s for you.
No, it was not
Wasn't it?
90s.
No. ICQ. ICQ and
AOL.
AOL.
All I can say is I'm really happy they did not have social media in the 90s like that, where you post pictures. And videos, and people couldn't take videos of me being stupid.
I'm just glad when I was in high school and younger, there wasn't this, and there's no evidence of what I did back in the day. None. My carbon footprint is not anywhere to be seen for that. So
Right? However, if anything happens to me, you got to throw out the little box of pictures I have from like
Back in
the
the day,
early
your party
2000s.
days.
You just throw those things out, burn them, whatever.
well, I'll just make it a
Don't make it-
photo album or something, you know.
Don't
for fun.
don't get it out to do a slideshow for my memorial
memorial.
service.
That could be fun.
Oh no.
That could
No.
be fun.
No. We'll just pass on that altogether
You're right.
because it would be bad. Really bad.
We're about to come back from playing Incubus.
Yes. Neil, you and Charles were probably making some fun youth choices, right? Back in the day,
Oh,
if you had
yeah.
social media.
We were good. We behaved well. For sure, Neil. Right.
You're listening to Illrad, your rock, talk, and pop culture show on the Fishbowl Radio Network. We are just having way too much fun reminiscing over on Facebook Live about the 1990s and like that time that I went and tried out for the Real World. Woohoo! Go Real World. Anyways, we just finished playing Drive by Incubus and just having way too much fun talking about thanking the good Lord above that there was no social media way back when. Okay, so everybody's favorite segment is up tonight.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Share, please.
This week, the internet did not disappoint when it came to weird news stories. In fact, I have pages of them. So get ready, Charles. Apparently, Florida took a couple of weeks off to let the other states catch up to their craziness. But this week, I did find one story for our WTF What the Florida segment. A family in Fort Lauderdale is wondering what happened to their loved one's body when they showed up to a funeral home for the wake and the wrong body was put on display. I know, it's so sad. It really is sad. So the family quickly noticed that the person in the casket was missing a prominent mole, which workers at the funeral home tried to explain that the mole had been covered up with makeup, but the family was not buying it. They protested that the mole was too prominent to have been covered up with makeup. Also, another telltale sign that this was not their family member was that the body in the casket had all 5 toes on one of their feet, but they should have only had 4.
Because this story doesn't get any stranger, does it?
The funeral home did not respond to requests from local media for comment.
You know, that's
I don't even know where to begin.
That's a conversation I would not want to be a fly on the wall. That's just...
Do you
That's
also
disaster.
want to be the person that has to check the number of toes on someone?
Well, that's probably normal for mortician or,
Okay, but do you want to be the family member that's like, here, let's open this thing up and see how many toes they have?
Well,
Let's look at Grandma's toes. She should only have 4. Why does she have 5? Maybe it grew back.
How many people...
Maybe they
How many
pasted
people
one on.
statistically are short a toe, though? I mean, just the odds of that happening, that would be a way to verify is just, odd in itself.
Well, yeah. So, be careful in Florida, people.
I've got a meme on that, a missing toe meme. I'll have to share
There's
that.
just memes for everything.
There is. That's crazy.
Okay, so from Florida, let's go to Livonia, Michigan. Livonia?
Oh.
Looks like Livonia. Livonia, Michigan. For our latest assault with
I
food.
think it's Lavanya.
Is it? Livonia?
I'm guessing.
Okay, we're going to go with you. So a woman there was arrested for assaulting a Burger King employee when they didn't make her burger her way. After finding they had put tomatoes on her burger, even though she requested they be left off, the woman went a little crazy. The Burger King staff offered to replace her meal, but she was not happy with that. Instead, she picked up the cookie display on the counter. I'm sorry. I can't make it through this. This is too funny to me. She picked up the cookie display on the counter and threw it at the cashier, scratching her arm before it fell to the ground and shattered. That's the way the cookie crumbles. She threw her food at the staff and then threw a wet floor sign over the counter before leaving the restaurant.
Wow. She really does not like tomatoes.
She does
You
not.
don't either, though. Would you go to that link?
Okay, I am actually allergic to tomatoes. I would not do that. I would not.
Right.
I would just take them off. I mean,
Well, and in the defense of how many times do people go through fast food and 3 out of 4 times something's not right with it, whether they forgot something, they put something on,
yes, and you are notorious for calling and telling them that they didn't get it right and going back to the restaurant to for them to make it right.
Well, not necessarily going. I just want them to know,
It's
hey,
like the satisfaction of telling them that they were wrong.
No, but they need quality control. I mean, what's wrong with, hey. Because, if you get a burger and fries, they forget your fries. Are you going to go all the way back for fries when, you already have your other food? It's going to get cold.
Well, a few weeks ago, you actually did go back to the restaurant for fries.
I can't confirm or deny that.
You did go back for the fries, but they made you wait like 20 minutes, and the other food got like super cold. So, like, how do you juggle that? When is it worth it?
Should we say where it was?
No, we should
Okay.
not.
It rhymes with Icken Express.
Stop it.
Okay.
Don't say that.
Okay.
Anyways, so the woman in the Burger King, no one was injured, thankfully, but the woman was arrested on misdemeanor charges and later bonded out of jail.
Boy, that's going to look fun on your record.
Yes, it is.
Hardened criminal.
Okay, so we try not to get political here on Illrad, but this week politics seem to go to the goats in Vermont.
Okay.
3-year-old goat Lincoln was elected the honorary pet mayor of Fairhaven, Vermont. It's a way to raise money for a playground that they were trying to build. Lincoln took the oath of office surrounded by his city council while wearing a sash that read mayor. His final act as mayor was to leave a little treat on the floor for the staff to clean up on his way out of office. Now that's a mic drop.
No kidding.
So I know that there have been plenty of asses who have been mayors, but is this the first goat?
Wah, wah, wah.
Sorry, I couldn't resist. You're not the only funny one here, Charles.
Well, yeah. That's a good question.
You're not the only funny one here. No, I'm just kidding. That wasn't very funny.
Punny.
Sometimes I get a little punny. Okay. Let's see. What have we got here? Oh, I think we have more music. Let's
You
play
do?
some toadies.
All right.
Yeah.
You're on a roll.
I am. I have my moments. Oh, trouble walked in. Justin May.
Oh, Justin May. It's Mr. Deadpool himself.
Deadpool gets his tips from Justin.
He would love to know if that's true.
So, Charles, are there any pictures of the baby blue Camaro?
Oh, yeah.
'Cause that was your
Yeah,
car, right?
That's right, Neil. Yeah. Yep. There are pictures somewhere. Yeah, those were the days. And I believe Neil had an Omni, wider eggshell color Omni.
Okay.
Right?
So, what cars did you have in the... So, you had the Camaro?
Yeah, it was the '84 Camaro, and then it was a Chevy Beretta.
Nice.
That was a fun 5-speed. I'm sure
I won't tell you what
drove
my
that
car
hard.
in the 90s was.
Let me guess, Mustang.
Yes, it was.
Yes, of course.
A
You're the Mustang girl.
1994 Mustang convertible. Oh, it was so much fun to drive. I loved it. I got in so much trouble. It was great.
Neil played the 5th, 6th, and 7th. That's
Right?
Nice.
I think the most fun I had in my Mustang... Well, I had lots of fun in my Mustang. But the most fun I probably had was going on road trips. I drove a lot, so
Ah,
yeah.
I kept it local. The shenanigans local.
Oh, see?
Oh, wait,
Shenanigans.
hey.
That and Rapscallion. That could be your middle name. You could have...
That
You
is
could, we
too
could just
long.
keep adding to your
I
name.
don't think I'm going to remember that.
But let's just change it all together and let's just make it like a hashtag and one long word.
The longest hashtag
We can put that on your
ever.
driver's license. Hashtag. We have to throw Weirdobeardo in there.
How about hashtag? That could be
You
a
mean
hashtag.
pound sign?
Yep.
Do they still use that? Pound sign?
Ampersand?
No, that's
No,
not
it's
an
not
ampersand.
That's the and sign, isn't it? Yeah.
Yes. Which I have a very awesome ampersand now.
A light up one.
A light up ampersand
Yeah, where'd you get that?
from your mom.
Oh,
It's very sweet.
was.
Yes.
Very nice.
Did we? Where? Oh, are we playing one more song? Because we're a song off somewhere in there. See, this is how professional we are. We don't know how many songs
we know
we have.
exactly what we're doing.
We do.
Huh. It got mixed up.
Yep, because we just
Oh, well.
played that one.
Yep. come back after this.
Sure, we can do whatever you want. You're the boss.
No, I think Victor's the boss. He's
Yep.
in charge. The
Victor's the boss.
Or the TV show Charles in Charge. That was that 90s? That wasn't 80s. Had to have been 90s.
So let's see. I think Charles in Charge is like late 80s.
That sounds about right. I remember it in high school.
So like, I feel old because Luke Perry died. He was
Speaking
like
of 90s.
52. And there goes the 90210 reboot. Thanks a lot,
Darn.
Luke.
Oh, I am so disappointed.
Oh,
I'm gonna
man.
Applause on that. If I
No. No. You know what they need to bring back is Saved by the Bell. Because Saved by the
Screech.
Bell was awesome. That was more my show.
They need to bring back Gilligan's Island.
Okay, how about we take like casts and mix them up?
What about
So-
Full House? I bet you're a fan of that show.
Oh yeah. I mean, I was a kid when it was on.
Yeah.
I was probably like DJ. I was between DJ and Stephanie, so I was between their ages. But did you hear? So with all of the whole college scandal going
Yeah.
on,
Yeah.
that Lori Loughlin actually got booted off of the last season of Fuller House. That's on
Oh.
Netflix right now.
Shocker.
I know everybody's so sad.
Well, we
Such
come
a
back-
surprise.
Come back after this.
Sure, why not?
Okay.
I've got more weird stories I can share.
Well, put the brakes a little bit there.
What can I say?
Funny.
I did not drink coffee before I got here.
You didn't. Probably a good thing you didn't.
Probably. But that's okay. We won't tell anyone. Maybe I should have had like a spark before I got here.
Should have. Or eat. Getting hungry.
Eating would have been good.
Yep.
Eating would have been great.
Where should we get food on the way home?
I don't know. Wingstop?
Ooh, yeah.
Burger Box? Whataburger? Taco Cabana? Well, we have to feed the child.
He's not a child.
The man-child.
Man-child's been more accurate.
Wow. They are having fun over there
Bring
somewhere.
that party here.
That's just Sammy. You get used to it.
That was who? Is that Sammy?
Oh.
She screams here and there.
That's our fearless leader, Sammy. Sammy G.
Getting all excited.
I hope that's excited. Either that or she saw a bug or something. I don't know.
She does it for everything.
That's funny.
So she might be excited. She, you know,
That's all right.
it might
That's
be an
cool.
emergency. We don't know.
That's funny. All right.
It's
we're
okay.
Coming back from playing Blur. A little 90s Brit rock.
Beetle bum. Oops.
Bum.
That's what I said. It's not like I said bitty bitty bumba. Sorry. I had to throw in a...
No, Ricky Martin.
No, that wasn't
Who
Ricky
was that?
Martin. That was Selena.
Selena. Okay.
Oh my goodness. Get your... Welcome back. You're listening to Illrad on the Fishbowl Radio Network. That was Blur, Beetle Bum. Charles is making fun of me here.
Not too
If
much.
you're on Facebook Live, you can see our craziness.
It's all in love.
Yes. But if you're not watching Facebook Live, you're listening to great music instead. So
It's a win-win.
it's a win-win for you. It's great. Tonight has been our all 90s alternative rock show
And conversation.
and
for the most part.
conversation. Yes. So I did a little research, Charles.
Yeah. What you got?
The top grossing movie of the 90s. Titanic.
Oh, boy. No applause there.
Right. Don't boo it. Come on.
Oh, where'd the boo go?
It was good stuff. Number 2 was Star Wars Episode 1, where everybody learned that they hated Jar Jar Binks.
Where everybody knows your name.
Was that what, or was he in Episode 2?
1.
He was in Episode 1.
1.
So, yeah. And then, could we, like, here's what I couldn't figure out. Like, I got that Padme was older than Anakin. I'm going to go Star Wars on you here for a second, everybody.
Bring it.
Okay. Padme was a little older than Anakin. But in the movie, Natalie Portman looked visibly quite a bit older than the child that played Anakin. Then we get to Episode 2, and Anakin is like a full-grown man.
It's the
Was it the Force?
It's the midichlorians in him as a yeah, exactly.
So
it's like our teenage son, the hormones, but it's like 10 times faster.
So the Force turned him into a full-grown man.
Precisely.
Okay, but like, is there going to be like some weird story? Like, I don't know. It did not ever make sense to me. Like, he seemed too young, and then all of a sudden he was old. Is it just, I don't know, maybe it's just me.
I see what you're saying.
Okay, I'll move on from there. That was just my little Star Wars gripe. You can wait till our May the 3rd show, and we will talk about all things Star Wars.
Yeah.
I just gave you your theme for that show.
Awesome.
So, okay, so Lent started last week. And in case you don't know what Lent is, it's the 6 weeks from Ash Wednesday to Easter. If you don't know what Ash Wednesday is, then Google it because, that's cool. So it's a time when many Christians will give up different vices in spiritual preparation for Easter. This year, a man in Newtown, Ohio, has given up food entirely during the season, which some people, they fast. But instead, he will only be drinking beer.
That could be a meal in itself, though. That's kind of cheating. Isn't
Well,
it?
actually, that's what he got the idea from. He says the idea came from the 17th century Bavarian monks who were brewmasters. So they would brew a certain German Bock beer that they would call liquid bread.
Huh.
And they would partake of that during Lent. So in addition to the beer, he will also be drinking water and getting regular checks with his doctor.
Huh. Should have done that.
Right. So says he's not one to shy away from a challenge, but he said he felt like it was daunting and wasn't sure if he was going to be able to do it. So he was just curious to see if it would happen. And I guess it would also help to mention that he works at a brewery. So he probably has the ability to make this special beer. It's not like he just went down and got some Natural Light at 7-Eleven or something.
Yuck.
Can you imagine 46 days of only bad beer?
Yeah.
So
Not good.
no. So that's what he's doing for Lent.
Huh.
Did you give up anything for Lent?
I'm not sharing. I'm not sharing.
You're not sharing.
Giving up.
Giving
things up.
Giving things up.
Yep.
It works. So have you ever heard someone say that all hipsters look alike? Going from brewery to this.
I have, actually.
So from their tight-fitting jeans to their Toms and beanies, they can be pretty easy to spot. MIT, Massachusetts Institute of Technology, did their technology review publication did a recent study of hipsters and how even nonconformists begin to conform to the look and behavior of their non-conforming comrades. So basically, by not conforming, they've created a style that they all conform to. So this didn't sit too well with one reader who sent them an angry email stating that they had used his photograph without his permission and he was threatening legal action.
He was a hipster, wasn't he?
He was. Of course, not wanting to infringe on anyone's rights, the MIT Tech Review staff did their research and found that the model for the picture they were using had in fact signed a release and was not the person who had sent the email.
So they look so much alike, you thought it was him.
So, besides actually proving the point of the study, the man thanked them for their prompt response and, under further review, realized that it was not, in fact, him in the picture, even though friends and family had pointed out that it was because he owned a similar shirt and beanie.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. He basically just proved their point right there.
Oh, those hipsters.
Right?
I've known some. I
Just,
know some.
just a few. I mean,
And there's a different. So there's a. It's funny. There's a more current
a
hipster
sliding scale of
well,
hipster.
there's hipster now that might, fit in the age demographic of millennials. But then I've known, people in the 50s, 60s that are like the original hipster.
That's true.
And it's
We do know a few of those. And they were kind of cool. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think it's funny that basically by being, trying so hard not to conform to one style,
do.
you've basically created a style.
Oh boy.
Right? It's fun. Okay, so next on our list of stories, I've got a whole cornucopia
Okay.
of stories. But we'll finish it up with 2 New Jersey brothers wanted to wish their pop a happy birthday by surprising him with a billboard that reads, "Wish my dad happy birthday," and it included his phone number and a picture of him. In just over a week, the man has received over 10,000 calls and texts of well-wishers and, as he called them, oversharers.
Oh, that's funny.
He says he's tried to answer as many of the calls and texts as he can, and that he appreciated the happy birthdays and the joke. But can you imagine if this had happened in the 90s when texts were like 10 cents each and
Right.
calls were
Oh.
only free on nights and
Oh,
weekends?
that'd be awful.
Like, do people even realize that anymore?
wasn't too long
Kids
ago.
today have no idea the struggle.
They don't.
I mean, come on, unlimited texts. You can call anytime you want. People don't have landlines anymore.
They don't have to walk to school uphill both ways in the snow
They don't.
and desert.
These kids today,
They
they
have
don't
it
know
easy.
nothing. They got nothing. So, would you ever do something like that to someone?
If I had a ton of money, I would do something like that if I had that much disposable money. But I might be a little more of a troublemaker with it. I would hate to say,
Okay, so
not malicious, but still trouble nonetheless.
yeah. Okay, so I think we've got so many great songs. Be sure to come back because we are going to play a couple more songs, and then be sure to check the Illrad page over the next week because we'll be sure to put up all the songs on the playlist that we were planning on playing. It'll be great. It'll be a great 90s playlist. Right now we're going to play Candlebox, Far Behind. Let's see.
Man, we got plenty I didn't get to play.
I know.
Lots of talk.
It's my fault. I'm sorry.
The storyteller.
I'm sorry.
I was hoping to close it out with Supergrass.
Okay, well, do it.
Well, but I don't know if it will.
It will. By the time we get there, that'll be the last song, and then all the
Right.
other stuff will
We'll
come up.
see.
So, I'll be quick.
You'll be quick.
I'll be quick.
There's
I
nothing
should have done
left.
that earlier. I'm sorry.
I only have 4 minutes left.
I'll be quick.
With what?
I don't know.
Famous last words. Hashtag famous last words.
Something like that.
Isn't it weird when you hear people say in conversations, hashtag, it's not like you're really using it, you're just saying it. Do you do that? No, I don't either. I just think it's kind of funny. People, you hear it like, what were we hearing it on in some broadcast?
Oh, yeah.
What
I
was it?
remember. I can't remember
They're
what.
always saying hashtag.
They use the hashtag all the
A
time, but
lot.
I guess if you're doing it from a marketing standpoint, you want people to use your hashtag all the time.
Right.
So,
Hey, Cindy.
hi, Cindy. Yes. See, somebody who else
What?
who else thought it was weird. See, she thought their age difference was weird too. That's kind of weird.
Yeah.
They were just little kids.
Maybe our age difference weird.
Well, when we
Then
were
it would.
kids, it would have
Yeah,
been.
now it's fine. Okay.
I think you got the good end of the deal with that, though, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, so come back after this one and then end it with Supergrass.
Okay. Well, but we won't have time to.
Yes, we will. I will be quick.
No, but I'm talking about look how we still have 3 minutes on Candlebox.
Oh, well,
We're done. We're pretty much done.
you can still throw it in there. I'm not going to tell anyone. I'm kidding. I just did on Facebook Live. Well, I'll just say I'll say goodbye and farewell and thanks for all the fish.
If you get a chance to, those commercials might hit before this is over. I didn't
Okay.
realize that song was that long.
Well, how long have we
Six.
been? We can just kind of fade that out. Oops.
No.
You can fade it or talk over it.
I'll just talk
Sing
while
along
the
with
song
it.
keeps going.
So which is
They'll dim it to where they can hear you.
which is the fade? It's that one right there, isn't it? Is that the fade?
Yeah.
Okay, so you have to
Okay.
take all that stuff out, though.
Right.
Sadly.
Oh well. Okay, ready? I'm gonna fade.
Okay. Oh, is it gonna pull that one in? Oh, it did. All right, guys, we are at the end of our show, and I hope you had as much fun as we did playing 90s hits. Next week, we'll be back on the Fishbowl Radio Network, and we will. I don't know what next week's show is going to be.
It'll be a surprise.
It'll be a surprise. It's going to be a surprise show. So be sure to come in. Follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/Illrad Radio. And we're going to leave you with a little Supergrass called Late in the Day. Have a great week. We'll see you next Friday night right here on the Fishbowl Radio Network.
Good night. So long and thanks for the fish. As they say, right?
So long. So long, Facebook Live. Have a great week.
Oh, man, those are hard on